Alright, into custom packs today, and this run was recorded before the update, but there haven't been any pet changes, so it doesn't really make any difference. And the idea behind this particular build was to have Crane give Melon at the start of battle. And I think if you pause and consider how to achieve that, there's not very many obvious ways except for Whale plus Hedgehog. So with Whale Hedgehog, we can turn the Hedgehog's ability into start of battle, and then it's going to hit everything. So hopefully removing Melon from all the opposing pets, and then causing the Crane to give Melon to the unit in front of it. Now I kind of wanted to multiply up the effectiveness of the Hedgehog since we are kind of wasting 2 slots with Whale and Hedgehog. I wanted to have other pets in the team that are going to benefit from getting the start of battle hurt trigger, so we're going to go for Gorilla here. Although I'm not going to spend the Tamarin on it because putting Gorilla in front of Crane doesn't make any sense, because then we would get the Coconut activation and then it would get overwritten by the Melon. Kind of a weak opponent here, which is just as well because we're not exactly setting the world on fire either. And we're going to win. So I'm not going to spend the Tamarin yet. I really want to get it to level 3. With the change to Tamarin, level 3 feels kind of necessary a lot of the time. We're going to apply the flashlight buffs to it, although in the olden days you would also get a multiplicative effect with level 3 Tamarin, which you don't get anymore. Now Piranha is one of the units that I was looking for because it has a hurt effect. However, for some reason here I passed it up. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe I just thought I was going to continue scaling the other pets before I bring in the Piranha at the last minute. But this was recorded a couple of weeks ago now, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. Summon team with weakness, not ideal, although we do manage to regenerate a second Melon. However, I did mention this in another video, my opponents were on this unbelievable hot streak of getting Walrus every time from Orca, or was that Eagle? Eagle, I think it was. And so we lose there. I mean, it's not quite as bad getting it from Eagle as it is from Orca, but still pretty frustrating. So there is a Piranha now, and I think maybe I'm changing my mind and rethinking things. So we'll sell the Tamarin, and the Piranha is going to be close to 50-50. One of the issues with it, though, is that we can't really put protective equipment on it except garlic and lemon, because if you put potato on it, then the Hedgehog trigger won't do anything because it hasn't taken any damage. And it does leave us kind of open to a lot of things. Not this team though, this is ideal. We remove the Coconut from the opposing Gorilla and then we can one-shot it. So as soon as I got this combo going, this was one of the first games I had. I thought, I can't believe how well this is working and how easy it seems to get this kind of challenge team together, which was probably a bit of a mistake on my part. You should never think things are going too well. So I do want potato for the Hedgehog though, so we're going to put that on there to try and prevent, any level 2 dolphins or something breaking the team. If the Hedgehog gets sniped, then the Whale will swallow the Gorilla. Now here is a very unfortunate opponent. It's actually kind of unusual that we see the Crane give Melon from the grave twice there. There's a lot of people running Woodpecker plus Mantis Shrimp, and it makes a lot of these builds very difficult to get going. So I'm going to give the Crane the potato at least, just to try and keep it alive since it has such low health. That is obviously one of the drawbacks of Crane. And again, we see another problem. The random snipe from the Leopard hits the Piranha and causes the activation too early. Yeah, we're going to lose as a result. I guess you could argue that putting potato would prevent against that, but then again, the Hedgehog's not going to work. So you really just have to run the gauntlet and hope that you get the correct opponents. Now here I probably shouldn't have been trying to level up the Piranha to level 3. I guess it was just, I saw the opportunity and I went for it. Here's a perfect opponent. So I've been having a lot of frustrating games against this person. They're playing buy-sell. They have been playing this kind of buy-sell team for the past 2 or 3 weeks solid. But this particular build happened to counter that, removed all 4 melons, and then we got the trade with the piranha. So 7 wins, turn 16. I think it can only really go downhill from here. So level 3 skunk, another classic counter to almost any atypical team. We get the piranha goes down to 1 health, so then the hedgehog ends up one-shotting it. So our biggest unit gets instant killed. Again, there's not really much point in freezing the crane here. Having 3 triggers probably isn't going to help. And I'm just going to give extra stats to the gorilla. I probably should have given the gorilla a pie earlier rather than whatever it was I bought at the time. And unfortunately, we then face a team that is going to benefit from us having hedgehog, weakness all over the place. Both the melons from the crane get overridden by toad. And then the blowfish is just going to completely delete the remaining pets on the team. So yeah, not a great build, but there were some interesting rounds in there, which is why I wanted to include that one. So here's another variation where I was trying to carry a big pug from the very beginning of the game so that I could instant level 2 the piranha, because I felt like I wasn't getting very many activations out of it, so might as well try and maximize them. We're also trying to scale up the whale to have a high attack so that it goes off before other pets. So that would mean it could swallow the hedgehog before it gets sniped in some situations. So there is the crane. It is very late, but we do have the cat, so I can kind of buff it up a bit and give it a little bit more chance of surviving. And now we just need to find the hedgehog next turn. And another elephant team this time, but no blowfish and generally relatively low stats across the board, so I think we should be okay here. Yeah, nowhere near. The crane does get to activate, but I was only going to be satisfied with a start of battle activation. So we do also get the we have to sell the cat now because we need as many, we're going to give up on the level 2 crane. We need as many rolls as possible to find the hedgehog. Pepper is also something that isn't really particularly good. I mean, I did have it in the pack. I guess I can put it on piranha, but it's going to get removed by the hedgehog anyway. So yeah, probably better to actually put pepper on the hedgehog here. I shouldn't have really frozen it, to be honest. I should have just rolled and hoped for potato or maybe even lemon. Not sure if lemon was in this pack, to be honest. And I think eventually here I'm going to give pepper to the hedgehog just in case it gets hit by like a stray lynx snipe. And actually we get a really good opposing team. It's a level 3 skunk, so they are going to instant kill the whale as a result. The whale had the highest health there. The pug is going to kill Jelly. Hang on with 1 HP, however, the blowfish then snipes the hedgehog, resulting in the pug getting killed. Now I'm pretty sure that was a 1 in 3, so if the blowfish hits either of the other 2 units, I win, but it hit the hedgehog, so I lost, or it was a tie. Pretty unfortunate there. But is the next team going to be beatable? The answer is no, because it's a 50-50 shot with all tier 6s. So that really felt like an opportunity lost there. It didn't really make any difference to the Cobra snipes there. You know, we're guaranteed, 100% guaranteed to lose to this team no matter what happens. So back to the drawing board after that. And here's another one. So one of the other pets that I thought could be useful to carry from the early game is peacock. So here we've got the peacock and starfish, and we're just buffing it up as much as possible. And starfish is really good for focusing buffs. Unfortunately here it's hitting the peacock too many times. I really want it to hit the crane. And there we do get some buffs onto the crane. I guess I could have put donut in this pack. I tend not to run donut with starfish, although to be honest, I probably should. I just generally don't like using it. So we do find the whale, but we'll take the second crane for now. And there's a hedgehog there, but I think I'm going to wait on it. We really can't bring in too many extra units, otherwise we won't be able to scale the starfish anymore. This is kind of funny with the triple chameleon, and they're going to delete the units on in the back line, but I think they're not going to be able to do enough damage because all the chameleons were just too low level. And we lose the weakness there, but never mind. We're going to combine the cranes so that we still have the space for the double or the triple platypus cell. And we are building up a little bit of HP onto the whale by doing this. One of the slight disadvantages to this particular combo is the fact that the peacock, partly because I got it so early, is going to get to 50-50, which kind of means that the crane is really only there for the melon. It's not going to give any extra attack, which is obviously one of the benefits of crane. But it does mean that we are going to be able to one-shot units like that stork there. And I guess peacock is one of those units that you would traditionally have garlic on. And here, yeah, we are a bit lucky to get away with the win there. If I'd sold the stingray, like I do tend to make that mistake quite often, where I buy-sell the last unit instead of just keeping it on the team for a turn. So we'll buy-sell the crow, and then I think I'm going to level 2 the crane and hold the potato, potentially for the hedgehog if we find it. Maybe I should take a mongoose here and just take the television because we still have a couple of turns to go. Here's someone doing stork pills. So they've got 2 level 3 tier 5s already there, and then the stork ready for the next one. But we're still going to win, which was a little bit fortunate there, I think. I guess it probably depended on what came out of the stork there. And we'll continue by selling, although the peacock is getting very close to the end. So now I think I'm going to buy whale now that the octopus is there. And we can get a couple of buy sells that hopefully will hit the whale. I think they both missed there actually. Lionfish and leopard, but thankfully both of them are looking quite weak. So we should be okay depending on what the lionfish hits. Okay, the lionfish actually removes the melon, so it's going to result in yeah, we're not going to be okay. I guess if the melon had been preserved there, maybe we would have had a chance. But it's not the end of the world. It is turn 13. We still have 3 hearts. And I think I'm going to give potato to the whale just to prevent it getting sniped. I think generally I quite like using potato these days in customs, just absorbing those hits, you know, just tanking some snipes without taking any damage. There are so many teams that have lots of low damage snipes. I think it's quite valuable. And here we're going to play 4th position mammoth, which means we are going to end up with mammoth at the end, but I think we should be all right. Thankfully here this person copied my butterfly, copied my peacock with the butterfly, but they put it so far back it didn't matter. And then we can pill the mammoth here, although we are on 9 wins, so we actually need to find the hedgehog. So there's the hedgehog. We can pill the mammoth. You can see I got a little bit excited there. The cat is rather weak, but I'm going to buy the hedgehog first. Normally I would buy the health food first, but I would have quite liked the hedgehog to get the buff there to increase its chances of surviving here. And it's another elephant blowfish team. The blowfish kills the cat, so thankfully we don't lose the melon from the peacock, at least on the first iteration. And we're actually going to cut through their team. So yeah, I mean, not exactly what I was hoping for, and probably felt a little bit like cheating getting the peacock to 50-50 without the assistance of the crane. But at that point I was willing to take the win. So here's a little bonus clip. I wanted to test if I could get the crane to give melon to the macaque before it summons the orangutan. So you can see what happens here. The orangutan comes out first because the macaque's attack is higher than the whale. I think this was actually something, if I just thought about it for a little while, I would have realized that it's probably not going to work, because I think all the start of battle abilities will go off before the Crane's ability, which is friend ahead heart. And we boost up the attack on the whale just to see if we can make that happen in the next battle. Nothing there that I really want. So I know I'm going to lose here, but I just want to see it in action. Unfortunately, the next team has Seahorse. So at that point, I just gave up. I'm not going to bother. I'm pretty confident it's not going to work. But it is kind of funny at times when you're doing something that you've never... That's probably the first time I've ever tried that, and the next team it gives me is Seahorse.